What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be talking about a story that I think is pretty funny. It's kind of a collection of stories. So I'll get right into it. Still testing out some mic recording setup and different settings, so we'll see how that goes. So this story starts in about 2022, sophomore year for Austin. So me and my buddies, we have a group chat. It's the six of us. So we were planning on this day to hang out, have a little smoke sesh, drink, have a little boys' night, right? So we have school that day. I have a couple tests. Pretty sure I bombed them. I wasn't the best student. I was average. Actually, I won't say that. I was average. But anyways, so we finish our day of school. We're all like sophomore year, right? So none of us have a car. We're all gonna go to Jared's spot, right? We'll call him Jared for the sake of the video. So we're all going to Jared's place. We get on the city transit, right? Because we don't have cars, like I said earlier. And then the thing with city transit, as I'm sure everybody knows, city transit is not the nicest. There's always some like random shit going on, like some crackheads or somebody doing something weird on the train, or buses, whatever. So on this day, we were taking the bus. It's a few stops because where my buddy lives it's downtown. So it's about like a 20-minute ride from where we were. So he's pretty inner city. So what we're doing, we get on the bus, and then there's like, I don't even know if I can say this on here, but like a underdressed individual, dressed very minimally. If you catch my drift, you know what I mean. So in this, so they end up making a bit of a puddle on the floor, and it's like, we're going over bumps and going up and down hills, so like it's moving across the floor of this bus, right? So we're all just trying to avoid it, trying to stay out of its way. So we take, like, as soon as the bus stops, we get off because the less time in there, the better, right? Because we're not trying to soak our shoes, because that's nasty, and I don't want to clean that off. The Jays don't deserve that. Anyways, so we get off a couple stops early. So then instead of it being like a 15-minute walk from the stop, it ends up being like a 40-minute or like 30 to 40-minute walk. So we start on this like excruciatingly long walk. I know some of you will be like, 40-minute walk. Yeah, well, when you expect like a 15-minute walk, 40-minute walk sucks. Anyways, we finally get to Jared's place, and he lives in like this, like a condo, but it's one of those ones where there's like two doors at the front, and you got to put in the code and then walk through like the two-door trap, and then there's a hallway, and then all of the different, like, I want to say like apartments, but like different units. So we get to his unit, and we drop our stuff down, like our bags, school stuff that we all brought from school, and then, like I said earlier, his place was kind of downtown, so it was pretty close to a bunch of different things. So what we did is we dropped our stuff, and then we started walking to this liquor store. It was like an Ace Liquor. I think it was like 10 minutes away from his house. So we walked to the Ace Liquor, and then from there there's like a cannabis dispensary, because everything's all legal where I live. So any of that can be all purchased. You don't have to go to a dealer or anything. You don't have to know a guy anymore. You don't have to know the plug. It's all readily available, as I'm sure it is in most places these days. So anyways, we go to the dispensary, we grab what we need. We take our 20-minute or 10-minute walk back to Jared's place. We get there, and then while we're in there, we're thinking we're gonna play some Gang Beasts, right? Because like Xbox and the games, I feel like don't have that many 4-player games these days. I could be wrong. Let me know. But so we end up playing Gang Beasts. I don't wanna flex, but I was whooping their asses. It was no competition. So eventually they get tired of getting their asses handed to them. So they decide that we're gonna watch a movie instead. We end up watching Jackass. I could tell a whole other story about that. We thought it was so cool, and we wanted to try our own Jackass stunts. That's a story from another time. But we end up doing these. We watched Jackass, and then we finished the movie. It was a good time, of course. And then we see the laptop sitting on like the coffee table in front of the TV, and somebody has the great idea, we should go on Omegle. And all of us being like hammered at this point, we're like, oh yeah, let's go on Omegle. If you don't know what that is, it's like this online app, or not app, but this online web browser chat room, and you meet a bunch of anonymous people, random people online. You just talk to them, and then you can skip them, hit next. You get the point. It's like an online random chat room with people, one-on-one. Anyways, so we end up going on Omegle for about an hour. We're just going through different people, talking to different people. And then, once again, as I stated earlier, completely hammered. Our one friend, let's call him Bob for the sake of the video, right? Bob doesn't usually talk to a lot of women. That's not what he's known for. But on this occasion, for whatever reason, he took it upon himself. He's like, nah, give me the laptop. He takes the laptop because we're talking to these girls. And then all of a sudden, he just starts barking at them. Like, the inner furry inside of him just came out. It was like the weirdest thing ever. And like, we're all like laughing our asses off because it's like the most uncharacteristic thing for this guy to A, be talking to a woman, and then B, just be like barking at them. I don't know how he's thinking that was some game that he's trying to spit, but I don't know. It wasn't working. I'll say that much. And then as he's barking at these girls, our friend Jared's dad opens the door and just walks in. And our friend didn't notice he was still barking at this laptop with like these two girls on it as our friend's dad walks in, and he just has the most disappointed look on his face ever. And he just walks in, stares for a couple seconds, and then walks to his bedroom. He just says nothing. Just pure disappointment on this man's face, having to watch this teenage boy bark at girls on his laptop. It was unbelievable. Eventually, one of us kind of like nudges him to like let him know, like, bro, Jared's dad just walked in. You cannot be doing this. So he like closes the laptop up really quick as soon as he realizes. And then then he's freaking out. He's like, bro, like, I gotta apologize, or like explain myself. And I'm like, we're all like, dude, you can't explain yourself. There's no way to explain that. And then we're all just laughing at him. And he's pressed, right? Because he's embarrassed that our friend's dad walked in on him barking at girls online, which in itself is hilarious for us, not for him. Obviously, for him it sucked at the time. I think nowadays we all look back on it and it's pretty funny. He still takes it with a grain of salt and does not find it very funny. We very quickly end up leaving because our friend who was just barking wants to leave. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He's like embarrassed. Our one sober friend ended up driving all of us home. And then in the car the whole time, between his puking, our friend who was barking at the girls was just absolutely, he could not stop talking about it. He was stressing. He was like, oh, bro, like, he's going to think I'm so weird. Like, do you think he's going to remember in the morning? And we're all like, dude, he's definitely going to remember in the morning. And not just the morning, this man is going to remember that shit for the rest of his life. Like, you forever will be seen as a weirdo in this guy's eyes. And that was not helping. Like, in hindsight, we maybe weren't the best friends there. We could have comforted him a little bit better, but we were being dickheads. I can't lie, but it was pretty funny. To this day, I'm still friends with all those guys, and we reference this moment all the time. So I thought if any story had to be the first of what was going to be on this channel, I think it had to be that one, because this man got caught barking at girls online. Like, I can't believe that. That's some next level stuff right there. I'm gonna say the moral of this story would be just don't bark at girls online on Omegle, and you won't have this problem that this man had. To this day, we don't let him live it down. We will give him shit for this till the day that he dies. He will be in a nursing home, and we still will be bringing up that back in the day he was barking at girls online. Like, it will never go away. I apologize if the formatting of this story is kind of rough, or the audio quality is not great. I'm still figuring some things out, because just starting this out. If anybody has any tips or suggestions, I'm open to it. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next story.